As we lean into autumn, the days get shorter and the nights get cooler. Soft, flickering tea lights create the perfect atmosphere, especially with a handcrafted holder made just for the season. From a cheerful scarecrow to a spooky haunted house, these little paper creations bring the magic of autumn right into your cozy living space. Hello everyone, Jennifer Maker here. It's a beautiful day to bring that warm autumn glow into our homes with these lovely fall tea light holders. We designed these holders to fit together easily and look amazing when they're all lit up. They nestle perfectly around an LED tea light, making them safe, sturdy, and oh so cozy. Plus, I even have a way to close the tops to concentrate the light without permanently sealing them, so they can still be taken apart and laid flat for storage later on. And with just cardstock, little glue, and some material to diffuse the light, you can make these beautiful designs that look so impressive, but are simple enough for beginners. Plus, you can make these on any cutting machine, even the Cricut Joy. I have 4 free designs for you: a scarecrow, some corn, a haunted house, and a turkey. Each one is a special little scene that captures the spirit of fall. They're perfect for decorating your Thanksgiving table, brightening up your spooky mantle, or even giving away as thoughtful handmade gifts. First, I'll show you step by step how to put the scarecrow together. The others are similar, but I'll show you any differences. And if you need help getting started, I'll share how to cut the free SVG files in Cricut Design Space so you can craft these right along with me. Now let's see how the tea light holders come together. I've pre-cut the pieces for all 4 designs so we can jump right into assembly, starting with the scarecrow. This design has an outer ring layer with leaves, a grass layer, an outer wheat layer with small blades of grass, a scarecrow focal layer, and an inner wheat layer of just stalks. I've also cut 2 hats, 2 shirts, and 2 vellum diffuser panels. If you need help cutting your files in Cricut Design Space, I'll show you how to do that later in this video. Let's begin with the scarecrow layer. Place it face down on your work surface. Place the diffusers onto their spots on the scarecrow layer to make sure they align correctly. Move the diffusers off to each side, keeping their orientation the same. With your Barely Art Glue's precision tip, add thin lines of glue along the left scarecrow's hat and face. Even with thin lines, the glue can sometimes keep the vellum from lying flat. So, if you like, use a foam brush to spread the glue evenly. Then place the left diffuser onto the scarecrow before the glue dries, aligning the edges carefully. Press and smooth to adhere the pieces, and gently wipe away any excess glue on the front or back of the scarecrow. Double-check the cutout areas to make sure they're clear so the light shines through beautifully. Use the same steps to adhere the right scarecrow's diffuser. Once it's dry, make sure the scarecrow layer is face up, with the diffuser side down. Lay both cardstock hats in their place on the scarecrow layer. Flip the left hat face down and apply glue on the back, avoiding the cutouts. Then flip it onto the left scarecrow, aligning the edges carefully. Press and smooth it down, then wipe away any excess glue. Then glue the right hat to the right scarecrow the same way. Add the 2 shirt pieces the same way too. With the details in place, we can start building our tea light holder. Let's start with the outer ring layer, which will hold the other layers in place. Curve the ends toward each other, keeping the tab on the outside. Slip the strip's tab into the slot, then gently pull the ends apart until the tab locks into place. That's what makes the ring nice and sturdy. Use your fingers to gently shape the bottom strip into a smooth circle. Then fold down each of the leaves where they meet the ring's top edge. And now the outer ring is ready to keep your inner rings in place. Now let's add our inner detail layers, starting with the face-up grass layer. This layer is easier to shape before you insert it, so use a thin round tool to curl each blade down. I'm using a flow tool, which makes really consistent shapes, but you can use a pen or something similar. If you want to try a flow tool, check it out at jennifermaker.com/flow tool. Once all the grass is shaped, keep the curls on the outside and curve the ends toward each other until they overlap slightly. This makes the ring just a bit smaller than your outer ring. Unlike the outer ring, these inner grass rings don't have locking tabs, so just hold the overlap in place as you work. Insert the grass ring inside the outer ring, placing the overlapping area on the opposite side of the outer ring's slotted tab. This way, the ends keep from getting caught as you nest in each layer. Shape the outer wheat layer with small blades between the wheat stalks into a smaller ring the way I showed you, and insert it inside the grass ring. Remember, keep the overlapping areas opposite one another. Use your fingers to gently push the stalks of wheat down slightly toward the outside of the rings. Now take the scarecrow layer and curve it into a tighter ring with the colorful details facing outward. Then insert it into the nested wheat ring. Take your time moving the details and positioning the scarecrow's overlap. And do the same to curve and insert the inner wheat layer inside the scarecrow layer, making sure the wheat stalks poke out from behind the scarecrows. Now that your layers are assembled, make sure they are flush along the bottom and that they nestle snugly against each other to make room for your tea light. You can gently push the inner layers toward the outer ring layer as needed if you work from the bottom. If your LED tea light or remote has a battery protector, remove it. Then test your light to make sure it works. Insert the LED tea light from the bottom. Now here's my secret for holding together the tops without gluing them permanently: hook and loop dots. You can still glue the tops together if you like, but you won't be able to lay the pieces flat for storage later. Peel a smooth loop dot off its carrier sheet and press the sticky side to the inside tip of one scarecrow's hat. Then peel off a scratchy hook dot and attach it to the loop dot, sticky side out. Line up the two scarecrows and press the tops of their hats together to adhere the hook dot to the other hat. Use your fingers to shape the leaves, grass, and wheat as desired. Set your tea light to the on position. And now your scarecrow tea light holder is ready to display. Now that I've shown you the steps to assemble a fall tea light holder, let's put the other ones together, starting with the corn design. Start with the corn layer face down on your work surface. Glue the vellum diffusers in place if you cut them. Secure the outer ring layer's tab and fold down the leaves. Then curl the leaves' tips inward. Next, curl the grass layer's thin blades down. Make a ring of the grass layer, keeping the curls toward the outside. Then insert it into the outer ring. Remember, keep the overlapping areas opposite one another. Keep going to shape and nest the wheat layer, followed by the corn layers as the innermost layer. Your tea light still needs to fit, so make them snug. Check your tea light's battery, then put it inside from the bottom. Attach a hook and loop dot pair to the corn layer to keep it closed, and shape your details. Flip the light on, and your corn tea light holder is ready. Now let's do the haunted house. It's slightly different, but still quite simple. Start with the moon layer face down and glue the diffusers in place. The trees get glued right onto the moon's faces. Then glue the houses face up on top of the trees to make a little scene. Look for the outer ring layer, which has a tab and slot. This one has bats connected to the ring with thin connectors. Slide the tab through the slot to hold it together. Lightly crease the connectors and bats down from the ring's top so they look like they're flying. Then shape and nest the ghost layer inside the bat ring and fold down each ghost along the top edge of the ring, keeping the bats in front. Finally, add in the moon layer, keeping the haunted houses face out. Add in a working light, then use a pair of hook and loop dots to secure the moons at the top. Give your details some final shaping now that everything is in place. And your haunted house tea light holder is ready. And now for the last one, the turkey. Start with the turkey layer face down. Glue the diffusers, the hat pieces, and the turkey pieces. Make sure each piece is facing the correct way. Slot together the outer ring layer and fold down its leaves. Curl the grass for the next layer and shape it to nest inside the outer ring. Then add the solid leaves layer and fold them down along the ring. And finish with the turkey layer. Remember, the details go on the outside, and keeping the overlaps opposite each other makes assembly easier. Make sure the tea light is good to go. Close the turkey's tops with hook and loop dots and shape your details as needed. And your turkey tea light holder is ready to shine. Love these fall tea light holders but want to make one in your own style? I can show you exactly how to create your own tea light holder with a special workshop in my Advance with Jennifer Maker program. My members-only tutorial walks you through the customization of every layer you need to make a great tea light holder. By the end of the tutorial, you'll know how to build a detailed focal layer with cutouts to let the light shine through, as well as how to create all the detail layers you need to bring your idea to life. Find out more at jennifermaker.com/advance. Now let me show you exactly how to cut the design files to make your own set. Head over to my free resource library at jennifermaker.com/770 to grab the free designs. Click Get a Password if you need one or enter the library. Then search for design number 770 and click on the project file to download everything you need to get started. Inside the SVG folder, you'll find all 4 of my fall tea light holders. There's also a DXF folder with cut files and a PDF folder if you want to cut the pieces by hand. Not sure how to upload SVG files? Just go to jennifermaker.com/SVGs and I'll walk you through it step by step. Here's how the scarecrow design looks on my design space canvas. Ungroup the design and spread out the pieces. This design has an outer ring layer of leaves with a tab on the left and a slot on the right. The ends hold together to give your inner layers shape and structure. For the inner layers, we have grass, an outer wheat layer, the scarecrows, and an inner wheat layer to add dimension. And finally, we have 2 shirt detail pieces, 2 hat detail pieces, and 2 diffuser pieces to bring your scarecrow to life. The corn, haunted house, and turkey tea light holders are all designed similarly, with outer rings for structure, inner rings to set the scene, and detail pieces as a finishing touch. I don't recommend resizing these, or it will be tough to fit a tea light inside snugly. If you don't want to cut the gray diffuser pieces, just delete them, but I'll keep mine. Or if you want to use different color cardstock for any of the pieces, select it and use the color box at the top to adjust it. Now you're ready to cut. Make sure the correct machine is selected, then click Make. Set your material sizes on the Prepare screen. I'm using 8.5 by 11 inch vellum for my diffusers and 12 by 12 inch cardstock for the rest of the pieces. Select Mat 1 so it loads first on the next screen and click Continue. Mine has the gray diffuser pieces, but yours may be different if you have deleted any pieces or changed any colors. On the Make screen, set the base material for your first mat. I cut my optional diffuser pieces using the vellum material setting with more pressure for cleaner cuts. If you cut your pieces on a Cricut Joy, use the laser copy paper setting with more pressure, since the Joy doesn't have a vellum material setting. Place the vellum face up on a blue light grip machine mat so it covers the design area. Vellum is delicate, so a less sticky green mat will also work. Use a brayer to make sure it's fully adhered. Check that your premium fine point blade is clean and in the clamp. Press the flashing load button to load the prepared mat into your Cricut. Then press the flashing middle button to begin cutting. When it has finished cutting, don't unload the mat right away. Use a weeding tool to gently lift a corner of the material to make sure the cuts went all the way through. If not, press the middle button again to make a second pass of cuts in the same spots. When the cuts are complete, unload the mat, flip it over onto your work surface, and roll it back to release the material. If you have any issues with your cuts, go to jennifermaker.com/cleaner-cuts. After finishing the vellum mats, Use the medium cardstock setting with more pressure for your plain cardstock mats. Place your first color of cardstock face up on a green standard grip machine mat. Secure it with a brayer. Then load, cut, and unload your cardstock mats. Use the spatula to help lift delicate parts and your weeding tool to poke out small bits of material that may have been left behind. If any small cutouts are stuck to the mat, use a scraper tool to remove them so your next cut goes cleanly. Lay out all of the pieces face up in organized groups. And now you're ready to assemble following my earlier steps. And here we have it, 4 beautiful tea light holders, the scarecrow, the corn, the haunted house, and the turkey. Each one has its own little charm, and together they make such a warm, glowing display. Place a few along your dining table for an instant fall centerpiece that glows through dinner, or line them up on your mantle to bring a cozy glow to your living room. You can even keep some of them right in your craft room to bring that cozy fall feeling into your creative space. Plus, letting your cutting machine do all the cutting work saves so much time and effort. Now, if you don't have a Cricut cutting machine yet, I do a free giveaway each month. Head on over to jennifermaker.com/Cricut-giveaway for your chance to win. And if you find you're spending more time trying to figure out Cricut Design Space than actually making things, I got you. I put all of my best tips into a guide I call the Cricut Coach Playbook. I filled it with simple step-by-step diagrams of all the things we do in Cricut Design Space, so you'll know exactly what to click, where to find tools, and how to make it work for you. It takes out all of the guesswork and just gives you more time to do what you love, crafting. Head on over to CricutCoach.com to grab your copy and make every crafting minute count. And you know me, I would love to see your finished fall tea light holders. Will you show me? Be sure to join me over on our Facebook group at jennifermaker.com/CricutCrafters and share a photo of them in our group. And that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.